Before we dive into the chaos of Gate 12, make sure you subscribe and join us on this journey. Because trust me, once you meet Goldie Karen, you'll want front row seats to every dramatic saga she stirs up. Now, let's begin. 2 hours? 2 hours? The announcement had barely finished echoing through Terminal B before Goldie Karen shot up from her seat. Like she'd been launched by a catapult, she towered above the crowd, her wavy blonde hair catching the fluorescent airport lights like it had been staged for a spotlight. Her deep blue eyes narrowed at the airline desk, and with one dramatic flick of her wrist, she pointed at the attendant as if she were exposing a crime. "Ladies and gentlemen," she declared, her voice carrying over the groans of passengers, "what we have just witnessed is not a delay. It is the theft of our collective happiness. That's 120 minutes of my life gone. Who will reimburse me for my lost skincare routine tonight?" A man 2 seats down muttered, "Oh boy, here we go," while already pulling out his phone to record. Karen, sensing her audience, whipped her phone into selfie mode. "Day 3479 of being too fabulous for airlines," she said to her invisible followers. "If I don't make it to Miami, remember me as the woman who tried to bring justice to Gate 12. She clutched her chest like she was auditioning for a tragic opera. And then, like a twist written by fate, Linda appeared. Perfectly coiffed hair, smug designer luggage, and a smirk that could sour milk. Karen froze. "Linda, of course." Linda slid her rolling bag with irritating elegance. "Oh, Karen, darling. Even planes can't escape your drama." Karen's lips curled into a mischievous smile. "Funny you say that, Linda, because I couldn't help but notice." She crouched, inspecting Linda's oversized personal item. "This bag looks like it ate another bag for breakfast. Surely it violates the sacred law of carry-on dimensions." Passengers turned, murmuring like a courtroom audience. Linda raised a brow. "Unlike you, Karen, my bag actually fits. Some of us know how to travel." Karen gasped, staggering back as though Linda had shot an arrow into her heart. "Oh, no, you didn't." She pointed at the airline's dreaded luggage sizer cage. "Prove it. Right here. Right now." Gasps, phones up. An entire gate suddenly transformed into a live streaming arena. Karen smiled wickedly. "Justice for the overhead bins shall be served." Linda adjusted her jacket, stepped forward, and the crowd leaned in. The battle was officially on. The gate was no longer an airport waiting area. It was a gladiator pit. Travelers abandoned their earbuds and paperbacks to watch Linda and Karen square off, the sizer cage gleaming under the fluorescent lights like an executioner's axe. Karen placed her hands dramatically on her hips. "Ladies, gentlemen, and passengers stuck in Gate 12 purgatory, I present to you Exhibit A, Linda's alleged personal item. Spoiler alert, it's basically a baby elephant wearing wheels." The crowd chuckled. Linda rolled her eyes, her bob haircut unmoving, defiant. "You always need an audience, don't you, Karen? Some of us just travel without turning it into a Broadway audition." Karen gasped so loudly that a toddler covered his ears. "Travel without drama? That's like eating ice cream without sprinkles. Pointless." Linda gripped her bag confidently, sliding it toward the sizer. "Watch and learn." Phone zoomed in. The bag hit the cage, wedging halfway down. The crowd erupted. Karen leaped into the air, pointing like she'd just witnessed the climax of a courtroom thriller. "Objection!" "The bag is guilty." But then Linda, calm and calculated, gave it one firm shove. The bag slid through, snug and perfect. The crowd erupted in cheers. Someone actually slow-clapped. Karen's jaw dropped so hard she nearly lost her lip gloss. She spun to the audience. "Impossible! The cage has clearly been bribed. Who tampered with the evidence?" Linda lifted her latte in victory. "Face it, Karen. Some of us play by the rules and win." Karen's nostrils flared. Her dramatic blue eyes narrowed, then flicked toward the counter. There, gleaming under the fluorescent lights, sat the intercom mic. The audience gasped as Karen's gaze lingered. Her lips curved into a mischievous smirk. "Oh, Linda," Karen said slowly, "if the system is against me, then perhaps it's time I become the system." Karen began striding toward the intercom with purpose. The crowd followed with wide eyes. The gate attendant barely had time to squeak out, "Ma'am, you can't touch the—" before Karen's manicured hands closed over the intercom. Microphone like she'd just claimed. "Excalibur. Attention weary travelers of Gate 12, she bellowed, her voice booming through the terminal. "Your new commander has arrived, Goldie Karen." The crowd roared with laughter, phones capturing every second. Karen, basking in her newfound authority, twirled a strand of her blonde hair and winked. "I declare this gate a zone of positivity. Free therapy sessions are available near the charging station. Compliments of yours truly." "And yes, crying toddlers get VIP status?" Parents cheered. Even a security guard paused mid-step, torn between intervention and amusement. Linda, arms folded, muttered, "Unbelievable. She's turned Gate 12 into her personal talent show." Karen pivoted dramatically toward her. Correction, Linda. This is not a show. This is a revolution. Beyoncé would kill to headline Terminal B right now. The crowd howled. Karen raised the mic triumphantly like she'd just ended world hunger. And then the intercom crackled. Security to gate 12 immediately. Karen froze mid-pose, eyes wide. Then, clutching her pearls, again imaginary, she gasped. Security? For me? But I am merely a misunderstood visionary. Passengers chanted her name like she was a folk hero. Karen! 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 Linda, ever smug, whispered just loud enough for nearby phones to pick up. This is why we can't have nice things. Karen, defiant, lowered the mic slowly, her voice dropping into a dramatic whisper. If this is my final act, let it be remembered. The sound of boots echoed closer. The security showdown was about to begin. 2 uniformed officers arrived, their faces already weary. The taller one sighed. Ma'am, please step away from the microphone. Karen gasped. Step away? Sir, this is not a microphone. This is my Excalibur. She raised it high as if knights might suddenly kneel before her. The shorter officer rubbed his temples. Ma'am, this isn't a medieval drama. Hand it over. Karen turned on her heel, addressing the audience. Friends, travelers, innocent victims of flight delays. Am I not fighting for you? The passengers cheered like a live studio audience. Linda groaned. For once, could you just sit down and wait like a normal person? Karen shot her a death glare. Normal? Normal? Linda, the day I blend in is the day pigs fly Southwest Airlines. Even the taller officer cracked a smile before quickly coughing it away. Karen placed the mic down reluctantly, then posed as if under arrest. Take me away, officers. But know this, I may leave gate 12, but my spirit will linger in these fluorescent halls forever. The shorter officer whispered, Ma'am, we're not arresting you. Just sit quietly. Karen squinted suspiciously. Not arresting me? So you admit, I am too legendary for handcuffs. The passengers roared with laughter. Linda muttered, This is exhausting. And then, the loudspeaker chimed. Now boarding, flight 308 to Miami. Group 1, please proceed to the gate. Karen's eyes widened. Miami? Already? She threw her tote bag over her shoulder. Stand aside! Justice boards first. Cliffhanger. Karen bolted toward the scanner, boarding pass in hand like she was storming the Olympics. Karen arrived at the gate scanner like a victorious gladiator. She held her boarding pass high, proclaiming, Today, legends fly. The attendant scanned it. Beep, green light. Karen raised both arms in triumph, spinning like she'd just won an Oscar. The passengers applauded. Phones flashed. Karen bowed. And that, dear citizens, is how you turn a 2-hour delay into a saga for the ages. Then, another beep. This one read, denied. The gate fell silent. Karen froze mid-bow. Denied? Me? Impossible. I gave a TED talk at gate 12. The attendant whispered nervously. Ma'am, this ticket is for flight 309 tomorrow. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Karen staggered backward, hand over her heart. Tomorrow? Do you mean to tell me I've been auditioning for the wrong play? Linda's laughter erupted like fireworks. She leaned against her carry-on, tears in her eyes. Karen, even the system knows you're too much for today. Karen stood frozen, then slowly smiled. She raised her chin, hair falling perfectly over her shoulder. Well, looks like Miami can wait. But Gate 12 will never forget me. The passengers erupted in applause, cheering her name as if she were a rock star leaving the stage. Karen strutted toward the exit, hips swaying like a runway model. She flicked her hair dramatically one last time and delivered her final mic drop line. And to think, all I wanted was a window seat. And so Goldie Karen left Gate 12 not with a boarding pass, but with a fan club. What a performance. If you enjoyed this wild airport adventure, don't just watch, be part of the story. Subscribe, drop a comment with your favorite moment, and tell us, are you Team Karen or Team Linda? Until the next chapter of chaos, safe travels.